Every small comment, every minor setback, if you let them get under your skin, you're handing over your power. The truth is, the strongest people don't have fewer problems. They've simply learned how to manage their reactions. Picture moving through life without being shaken. No overthinking, no emotional blow-ups, just total control. In this video, I'll show you how to train your mind to behave as if nothing bothers you, so you stop feeling trapped by your feelings and start owning them instead. Because once you master this, no one and nothing can ever control you again. Mastering the nothing bothers me mindset. Life is noisy. Opinions from others, daily annoyances, unexpected setbacks. The world constantly throws distractions, critiques, and obstacles in your way. But what if true strength comes from mastering the art of indifference? Imagine walking through a storm without flinching or losing your calm. That's what acting like nothing bothers you really means. The secret is detaching your emotions from outside events. When you let external things control your mood, you become a puppet. But when you train your mind to stay steady, you become the master of your destiny. People respect those who stay calm amid chaos, who don't break under pressure. When you live with this mindset, you radiate authority without saying a word. You move with power, presence, and unshakable confidence. Think of history's most influential figures. They didn't react wildly to every insult or critique. Instead, they carried themselves with quiet control, as if they understood something the rest of the world missed. Their strength wasn't in arguing or fighting back. It was in staying unaffected. That's the real power of indifference. Look to self-mastery and success philosophies. Thought always precedes action. What you think, you become. If you react emotionally to everything, you lose your power. But if you build an unwavering mindset, the world bends to your will. The great achievers know this. Control your mind, and you control your reality. Imagine someone insults you in public. Most people react with anger, retaliation, or defense. But what if you just smile and walk away? You take away their power. They expected a reaction, and when it doesn't come, they're thrown off. You, meanwhile, walk away stronger, untouched, undefeated. This silent dominance few understand, but many respect. It's the same with failure and setbacks. When rejected or defeated, most people let their feelings take over. They drown in frustration, wasting weeks or years lamenting the past. But those who grasp indifference see failure as data, a lesson, an adjustment, a stepping stone. They don't internalize failure. They observe, adapt, and move forward. How to build this level of control? It all starts with training your mind every day. Make it a habit to pause before reacting. Ask yourself, does this moment really affect my long-term goals? Is my reaction necessary? Or am I just handing over my power? By consistently choosing not to react, you build armor that shields you from life's petty distractions. Visualization is another key tool. Picture yourself as someone who moves through life untouched. Imagine a version of you who doesn't flinch at insults or crumble under pressure. When you keep this image clear in your mind, it becomes your reality. The mind is powerful. What you visualize, you become. Let others wonder why you never seem rattled. Let them question how you stay so composed. Because when you show that nothing bothers you, you control the game. You become an enigma. Someone people admire but can't quite figure out. And in that mystery lies your strength. True power isn't about domination or aggression. It's about presence. A presence so strong it doesn't need to prove itself. A presence that commands respect through silence and an unshakable mindset. Master this, and you master life. Staying unshaken. Think about the strongest people you know. They don't react impulsively or let emotions drive their actions. They pause, assess, and respond with purpose. Not because they don't feel emotions, but because they've learned to control them. Emotional detachment isn't about shutting down your feelings, it's about managing them. Imagine you're in a heated argument and someone tries to provoke you. Do you react? Do you let their words control your emotions? Or do you stay calm, knowing their words only have power if you give it to them? Detachment means refusing to hand over your peace to outside forces. It's understanding your inner world is sacred and untouchable. When you live this way, stress drops, clarity rises, and challenges become puzzles, not battles. Remember this: thoughts shape reality. What you focus on, you attract. Letting external events control your mood makes you a slave to circumstances, but controlling your thoughts and feelings lets you design your own fate. Think of a man who lost everything. Business collapsed, investments failed, left with nothing. Most would give in to despair, but not him. He saw failure as a lesson, not a tragedy. He knew his mind was his greatest asset, and no loss could take that away. With this mindset, he rebuilt stronger than before. That's the power of detachment. When you stop identifying with failure or setbacks, you free yourself to rise above. Handling criticism is unavoidable, but how you handle it shows your true strength. Most people break down the moment someone disapproves. They take every comment personally, letting it shape their self-worth, dictate their actions, and weaken their resolve. But criticism is just words, opinions from people who often don't understand your path. The truth is, criticism only holds power if you give it power. React emotionally, and it controls you. Filter it through logic, and you stay in control. The strongest don't let criticism shake them. They evaluate it clearly, take what's useful, and discard the rest. No extra emotion, no overreaction. Just focus on what matters. There are two types of criticism: constructive and destructive. Constructive criticism is valuable. It helps you improve. It comes from people with experience, knowledge, and genuine desire to see you grow. This is feedback you should welcome. Destructive criticism is designed to break you. It often comes from jealousy, insecurity, or ignorance. These opinions mean nothing unless you make the mistake of internalizing them. Imagine a sculptor working on a masterpiece. As he carves, people watch. Some admire, some offer helpful advice, others mock. Does the sculptor give up because of a few negative voices? No. He keeps going, guided by his vision, blocking out the noise. That's how you must treat criticism. When someone criticizes you, ask, does this person have the experience or credibility to judge me? If yes, consider their words. If not, move on. Not all voices deserve your attention. Most criticism comes from people who haven't walked your path. Their words reflect their limits, not yours. Criticism tests your emotional resilience. Weak minds react impulsively. They get defensive, argue, or doubt themselves. Strong minds stay unmoved. They acknowledge criticism, process it, but never let it disturb their peace. When you respond calmly, you show the world your confidence is unshakable. Think of the greatest visionaries, creators, and leaders in history. They faced relentless criticism. Their ideas were doubted, their decisions questioned. Yet they pushed forward, refusing to let outside noise stop them. Their ability to stand firm amid doubt is what sets them apart. They knew criticism is often the price of progress. If you want this mindset, practice detachment. Next time someone criticizes you, pause. Don't react right away. Ask yourself, is there value in what they're saying? If yes, learn from it. If not, dismiss it. Master this habit, and you free yourself from the emotional weight of needing approval. Another powerful tool is self-belief. When you truly trust yourself, external opinions lose power. Confidence comes from within, not from others' approval or disapproval. The moment you realize this, shallow criticism can't hurt you. The world will always talk. Some will praise you, others will doubt you. But only your opinion truly matters. True power lies in hearing criticism, evaluating it rationally, and moving forward without losing focus. So the next time someone criticizes you, remember, It's just noise. Learn what you need, but never let it define you. The strongest don't fear criticism. They use it wisely or ignore it completely. Keep your composure. Under pressure, pressure reveals people. Some break, some fold. But the strong? They stay unshaken. Why? Because they prepare their minds before the storm hits. They know pressure isn't an anomaly. It's a certainty. When you expect challenges, you stop being surprised by them. The key is to let go of needing control. Understand this: not everything will go your way. People will disappoint you. Obstacles will appear. Setbacks will come. But you don't react emotionally. You respond with strategy and calm calculation. Most crack under pressure because they resist reality. They expect smooth sailing and lose it when life turns rough. They panic. They complain. They freeze. But those who train for uncertainty, they adapt. They flow with the chaos, not fight it. Think of a seasoned warrior. He doesn't enter battle expecting an easy win. He expects resistance, ambushes, and surprise threats, yet he stays calm. Why? Because he accepts conflict as reality. He doesn't waste energy wishing for ease. He focuses on execution. You need the same mindset. The world will test you. Stress, failure, doubt. They'll come at you hard. But if you've trained to stay calm under pressure, nothing can shake you. While others panic, you'll move with precision. You won't react, you'll respond. There's power in mastering control. Not over outside events, but over yourself. When you stop needing things to be perfect, you become unstoppable. When you accept pressure as inevitable, you stop fearing it. You see it for what it is: a chance to sharpen your composure. Think of the greatest leaders and unshakable individuals. They don't flinch in chaos. They don't fall apart when things go wrong. Instead, they radiate calm, certainty, and control. That's what sets them apart. People wonder, how does nothing faze them? How do they stay so composed while others crumble? It's because they trained their minds to expect hardship. They rehearsed their reactions before the test even arrived. They know emotions cloud judgment, so they detach from unnecessary feelings. They prioritize logic over panic. And by doing so, they gain an edge most will never have. To build this control, shift your view of pressure. See it as a challenge, a test of discipline. When stress hits, force yourself to stay calm. Watch your emotions, but don't let them dictate your actions. The more you practice, the more natural it becomes. Another key: preparation. The strongest don't wait for pressure. They train for it. Mentally rehearse worst-case scenarios. Condition your mind to stay steady under stress. When you do this, nothing surprises you. You become a strategist, not a reactor. Most go through life unprepared, hoping for the best. When things go wrong, they fall apart. But those who train for adversity, they don't break or fold. They stand firm, unaffected. So next time pressure hits, remind yourself, this is my test, my moment to prove control. While others panic, you'll breathe. While others react, you'll calculate. And when the storm clears, you'll still be standing, untouched, unshaken, unbreakable. Letting go of what you can't control. Suffering often comes from holding on too tight to outcomes, expectations, things outside your control. We cling to how we think life should go, to what we believe should happen. And when reality doesn't match, we feel pain. But true strength is found in letting go. Think of a river. Water flows around obstacles. It doesn't resist or fight. It doesn't demand rocks move. It just adapts and keeps moving. That's how you have to live. Some things happen no matter what you do. The job offer that never came. The person who walked away. The setback you didn't expect. You can fight and suffer. or you can adapt and move forward. The choice is yours. Letting go isn't giving up. It's shifting your focus to what you can control. Holding on to expectations makes you fragile. It traps you in frustration, replaying the past, questioning what might have been different. But when you accept that some things are beyond your reach, you free yourself from needless pain. Think about the strongest people you know. They don't fight the inevitable. They stay calm in uncertainty. They've mastered detachment, not from life itself, but from the illusion of control. They get that life is unpredictable, and peace comes from flowing with it, not against it. Most people waste energy trying to force results. They tie their happiness to specific outcomes. If things go well, they're happy. If not, they fall apart. That's a weak way to live. Strength comes from being adaptable. When you detach from rigid expectations, you become resilient and unstoppable. No disappointment or setback can break you. The key is awareness. Next time you're gripping something too tight, an outcome, a person, an expectation, pause. Ask yourself, is this in my control? If not, let it go. Don't waste your energy on what you can't change. Turn your energy toward what moves you forward instead. Detachment is a skill. It takes practice. Start small. Let go of little frustrations, the long checkout line, slow traffic, sudden plan changes. Notice how freeing it is to not react. Do not let outside things set your mood. Then apply this mindset to bigger challenges. Some confuse attachment with indifference. But they're not the same. Indifference means apathy, refusing to engage. Detachment means you understand you can live fully without being ruled by uncertainty. You care deeply about your goals and relationships, but don't suffer when things don't go your way. The moment you let go of what you can't control, you become untouchable. You move through life with a peace others admire, but don't understand. While they get frustrated and disappointed, you stay steady and unshaken. They wonder, how do you do it? Why does nothing disturb your calm? The truth is simple. You mastered the art of letting go, so stop resisting. Accept what is. Adapt to what comes. Above all, remember, the strongest minds don't cling. They flow. Just like a river, they move forward, untouched by obstacles in their way. Silence is the ultimate power. In a world drowning in noise, silence is your weapon. Most people talk to fill space, to get validation, or prove a point. But the most powerful don't speak unless necessary. They listen, observe, and calculate. When they finally speak, every word matters. Silence makes others uncomfortable. It forces them to question themselves, to guess your thoughts, to wonder what you're really thinking. In any conversation, the person who talks less holds more control. Words reveal. Silence conceals. Master silence, and you shift power in your favor. You control the conversation, the situation, and how people see you. Most people hate silence. They rush to fill it with explanations, justifications, or useless words. But when you hold back, you make others reveal themselves. The more they talk, the more they expose their thoughts, fears, and intentions. Meanwhile, you remain a mystery. And mystery is power. Imagine negotiating. The other side expects an immediate answer, but you pause and let silence stretch. The longer you wait, the more unsettled they become. They second-guess, offer better terms, make compromises. Silence creates tension, and tension creates leverage. This works in everyday life, too. Next time someone insults you, stay silent. Most expect anger, defense, or retaliation. When you give nothing, you take their power. They start doubting if their words hit you. They feel foolish. Your silence forces them to deal with their own emotions instead of feeding off yours. Silence also sharpens your observation. Talking less means noticing more. The hesitation in a voice, the nervous twitch, contradictions in words. Most miss these because they're busy speaking. Master silence, and you become a strategist. You gather intel while giving away nothing. There's a reason the most powerful people aren't the loudest. They pick their words carefully. They don't waste energy on empty talk. Speaking less doesn't mean knowing less. It means knowing more. Want power through silence? Practice restraint. Next time you speak, pause. Watch the room. Listen more. Let others reveal themselves first. The less you say, the more people lean in when you do speak. Another silence tactic. Embrace it in heated moments. When angry, stay silent. When insulted, stay silent. When pressured for a quick reply, delay it. Controlling your speech in tense situations shows discipline. Discipline commands respect. Powerful people don't react blindly. They don't let emotions dictate their words. They know silence can be a response itself. A pause can say more than a sentence. A quiet moment can change a whole conversation. Next time someone expects you to react, don't give them that satisfaction. Stay silent. Let them wonder, reveal themselves, and watch how the power shifts to you. In a world desperate to be heard, the quietest voice often holds the most influence. Master silence, and you master control. Train yourself to stay calm. No matter what, your mind is your battlefield. The thoughts you allow decide if you win or lose. Every doubt, fear, and hesitation is an enemy you must conquer. The strongest aren't those who never have negative thoughts. They're the ones who refuse to be ruled by them. To build an unshakable mind, develop these habits. Gratitude to fight negativity. Discipline to crush laziness. Detachment to end suffering. Just like muscles grow stronger from resistance, your mind becomes tough through daily training. You can't expect mental toughness in a crisis if you haven't built it beforehand. Train yourself to stay unfazed. Pause before reacting. Breathe before responding. Most people are slaves to their emotions. They react impulsively, driven by fear and frustration. But those who master their minds control everything. This is how warriors think. This is how leaders act. They don't let distractions, failures, or insults shake them. They move through life with purpose and deep calm that others can't understand. That's how they become unbreakable. Mental strength is built in small moments. Waking early when you want to sleep. Staying silent when you could argue. Pushing forward when you want to quit. The mind grows through resistance. Every challenge is a chance to get stronger. One of the most powerful habits is detachment. Learn to separate yourself from emotions, outcomes, and chaos. Gain an edge over those who constantly react. Detachment isn't indifference. It means control. You can't control the world, but you always control how you respond. Imagine a storm. Most get tossed around, struggling against forces they can't control. But those with unshakable minds stand firm. They let the storm pass around them. They don't waste energy fighting the uncontrollable. They save their strength for what matters. Discipline is key. The mind wants comfort and ease, the path of least resistance. That's why most people never get strong. They give in to distractions and doubt. Discipline rewires your brain. When you choose discipline over comfort consistently, you become unstoppable. Start small. Build habits that boost your mental strength. Meditate to sharpen focus. Exercise to build discipline. Read to grow your mind. Keep promises to yourself, no matter how small. Over time, these small wins build an unshakable mind. Life will test you. People will challenge you. Obstacles will block your path. But when you master your mind, nothing outside can shake you. You'll walk through life with confidence, control, and power few ever reach. And when people ask how you stay so steady and unbothered, you'll know the answer. You trained for this. You built this. Nothing can take it from you. Master the art of moving in silence. Real power moves quietly. It doesn't seek attention or validation. It acts and lets results speak. The loudest voices in the room are often the weakest. They crave recognition, announce their plans, and seek approval. But the strongest? They move with quiet precision and strategy. If you want respect, stop broadcasting your plans. Stop explaining yourself. Just do the work. Just make progress. Success isn't built on words. It's built on action. The more you talk, the more you invite doubt, scrutiny, and resistance. But when you work silently, no one sees you coming. By the time they notice, it's too late. The strongest don't waste energy proving themselves. Their success speaks for them. They don't argue, impress, or over-explain. They move with certainty, and certainty commands respect. Stop chasing validation. Start becoming unstoppable. There's a reason history's most influential weren't the ones constantly talking about their next move. They knew power isn't in promises, but in execution. They didn't explain their vision to those who wouldn't get it. They built, created, and conquered in silence. To master this, keep your ambitions private. Work relentlessly, but don't seek applause. Let people wonder about your next move. Let them question how you stay so composed. The less they know, the more control you have. Silence isn't passive. It's a strategy. It forces others to fill the gaps, speculate, and overthink. And in that uncertainty, you gain power. When you do speak, your words carry weight. People listen. Not because you demand attention, but because you don't waste words. In a world desperate for attention, be the one who doesn't seek it. While others chase noise, you chase mastery. While they fake success, you build it. That's the difference between those who talk about greatness and those who create it. If you feel the urge to explain or prove yourself, resist it. Want to show your progress? Let the results do the talking. When you stop feeding on external approval, people start noticing. They wonder how you did it. They ask why nothing seems to bother you. That's when you'll know you've truly mastered the game. Not by telling the world, but by showing it without words.